I'm Dillon. We are on the levee outside of downtown Fort Worth. I'm going to lead you through a short yoga sequence today to stretch out your entire body. It doesn't matter if you're an expert yogi or this is the first time getting on a yoga mat. This practice is for everybody. So find a comfortable position on your mat and let's get started.
Start in a comfortable seated position. Roll your shoulders down and back. On an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, slowly float the arms back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slowly lower down. One more time, inhale the arms up overhead, look up, and this time on an exhale, take your left hand to your right knee, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, right hand comes to your left knee, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, and then float the hands back down to your knees. Take your right hand up and over your head towards your left ear and gently pull your right ear towards your right shoulder, trying to keep a flat back and not be hunched over. And then release that hand back down to your knee. Take your left hand up and over towards your right ear and lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, sitting flat back, not hunched over. And then come back to center and release the fingers behind the head. Bring your elbows in close and look straight down. Unwind the hands and come to all fours. Make sure your hips are right over your knees and your arms are in a straight line. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, push away from the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, push away from the mat. Come to a flat back. And on an inhale, take your right arm straight up towards the sky, stacking the shoulders. And then on your exhale, thread that right arm through the left arm and left leg and reach your left hand forward. Try to keep your hips directly over the knees, if possible. Bring that left hand back in, push yourself back up, reaching the right arm back up towards the sky. And then slowly float the hand back down. Inhale the left arm up this time. On your exhale, thread it through your right arm and right leg, reaching your right arm forward, stacking the hips above the knees. Bring that right hand back in, reach the left arm back up towards the sky, and then gently float it down to your mat. Tuck the toes, push the hips up, come into your first down dog of this practice. Pedal out the legs, bend the knees if you need to, stretch out however you need to get yourself warmed up. And then we'll jump or step to the top of the mat, bringing the feet together and coming into a forward fold, and then slowly roll up to a standing position. Roll the shoulders back a few times. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Separating the feet about hip width distance, grab opposite elbows and sway side to side for ragdoll. And then bring the feet back together and step back to down dog. Shift forward on your mat, slowly lower all the way down to your belly, untuck the toes. On an inhale, lift the chest up, look straight up towards the sky. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lift back up, and this time look over your right shoulder. Come back to center and lower down. Inhale, push back up, and look to the left. Come back to center, lower down. And then come back straight up, looking straight up towards the sky. Tuck your toes, push your hips up, come into down dog. On an inhale, take your left leg straight up, and then pull the knee in towards the chest, step your foot in between your hands, lowering the right foot down to a 45-degree angle and rising up into Warrior One. Hold it here, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and let's open up into Warrior Two. Adjust your position of your legs if you need to, Arms should be parallel to the ground. Front knee should be bent at about a 90 degree angle. Drop your right hand to your right leg. Reach back with your left hand. Come into reverse warrior. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten out your front leg. Reach your arms towards the front and then tilt your left arm down, right arm up. Really opening up the chest as if there's a string connected to your chest and someone's pulling it up towards the sky. And then shift back to warrior 2. Reach your arms forward again and then tilt your left arm down, right arm up. If you need to use your leg to drop your elbow down on, that's perfectly fine, or you can just keep it straight down. Shift back to warrior 2 and then windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to your down dog. We'll repeat that same sequence on the right side. So inhale the right leg up, pull the knee into the chest, step it in between the hands, drop the left foot down and back. Rise up into warrior 1. Strong straight arms, and then let's open up into warrior 2. Breathing through it. Parallel arms to the ground. Straighten out your front leg if you need a break. And then drop your left hand to your left leg. Reach back with your right arm. Shift back to warrior 2. Straighten out your front leg. Reach your arms forward. Right arm down, left arm up. Chest is open towards the sky. Left arm stays strong, reaching straight up. And then shift back to warrior 2. Reach your arms forward. Right arm down, left arm up. Bent leg this time. If you need your elbow to rest on your leg, that's perfectly fine. And then shift back to warrior 2. Windmill the hands down, come into down dog. And then let's lower the knees to the mat and come into a child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Take a drink of water if you need one. Just take a few moments to reset. And then when you're ready, come back to all fours and then tuck the toes and let's meet in down dog. Left leg floats up and then your left knee comes to your left elbow. Your left foot comes across the body, coming into pigeon. So straighten out that back leg and then walk the hands forward as much as you'd like. If you want to keep your hands in close to your body, that's fine. If you want to add a stretch, just walk the hands forward to wherever is comfortable for you. Walk the hands back in, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. We'll repeat that on the right side. Right leg comes up, right knee comes to right elbow, foot comes across the body, straighten out the back leg, and then walk the hands forward to wherever feels comfortable for you. Let the gravity push you down further into this pose. Walk the hands back in and come to all fours. Place your elbows where your hands are. Make a fist with your hands and then push your hips up like you are in down dog. If you can, walk the feet in just a little bit. Use those shoulders and push your head away from the mat. Try not to let it rest right on the mat. And then let's lower back down. Place your hands where your elbows were. Tuck the toes, push the hips up to down dog. Jump or step to the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Bring the hands to your heart. Then let's come into tree, bringing the left foot up. It can either be lower down on your calf or it can be up on your thigh like mine is. Just avoid it being right on your knee. We don't want to push the knee out. If you feel balanced, see if you can raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms and legs lower down. And let's bring the right foot up to tree. When you feel balanced, hands come to your heart. Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, arms and legs come down. Turn sideways on your mat. Take a big step across. Edges of your feet should be parallel to the short edge of the mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Your hands can be directly under your face, they can reach backwards, they can wrap around your legs to pull you in closer, wherever feels best for you. Place your hands underneath your face, straight arms, keep your left arm down, extend your right arm straight up overhead, try to stack the shoulders. Also try to keep your hips parallel to the ground. And then let's switch it out, right arm comes down, left hand comes up. Bring both hands back down, slowly rise back up to standing. Bring your feet in just a little bit closer, interlace your fingers behind your back, and start to hinge forward at the hips just until you can't keep a flat back anymore. And then if you want to add a shoulder stretch, you can raise the arms up. Slowly lower the arms back down and raise back up to standing. Shift towards your left foot, inhale the arms up overhead. On an inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, round forward, separating the hands on either side of the foot, bending that front leg as much as you need to get forehead to knee connection. If it seems easy for you with a bent leg, you can try to straighten it out. Just accept where you are today. Might be completely different when you try it next week. And then round back up, and pivot on your feet, come back to the other side, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, round forward, separating your hands, forehead to knee. If you want to try to straighten out this leg on this side, you can do that. If not, just keep that leg bent. On an inhale, bring your arms back together, round back up, and shift back to the front. Drop your right hand to your right leg, push your hips to the left, and lean right. Try to keep your shoulders and hips square to the front. Inhale, come back to center, palms touch, left hand comes to your left leg, push your hips to the right, lean left. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale the arms down. Step back to the top of the mat, inhale the arms up overhead, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to a plank, and then lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. On an inhale, lift the chest up to cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips up to down dog. Take your left foot to the outside of your left hand, coming into lizard. You can stay up on your hands or drop down to your elbows, wherever's comfortable for you. And then all together, let's rise up. Hands come to the hips, pushing the hips down towards the mat, opening up the chest. And then take that foot back, coming into down dog, and we'll repeat the same thing on the right side. Right foot comes to the outside of the right hand, and then come into wherever's comfortable for you. It can be on your elbows, maybe you can lower down to your back knee if you need to. And then push back up on your hands if you're down on your elbows. Hands come to your hips, push the hips forward, open up the chest, look up. Plant the hands, reach that foot back, come into child's pose. Take a few breaths here, resetting again before we move on. Push back up to all fours and then up to a down dog. Look forward on your mat, jump or step to the top. Inhale the arms up overhead. Right hand grabs your left wrist, lean right. Feeling a stretch along the whole side of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Left hand grabs your right wrist, lean left. And inhale back to center. Arms float down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, and come into a crescent lunge. Make sure that right hip crease is pulling forward, and then take your right arm forward, left arm back, adding a twist. On your next inhale, we're going to spin around and open up into Warrior Two, looking over the middle finger of your left hand. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, straighten your legs, and then come into a wide leg forward fold. Walk your hands towards your front leg, hold it here, pushing the hips down towards the mat. And then take your left foot back to meet the right, coming into a down dog. Right foot comes in between the hands, rise up into crescent lunge. Left arm comes forward, right arm comes back, adding the twist. And on an inhale, open up to Warrior Two. Next inhale, straighten out the arms and legs, coming into a wide leg forward fold. Walk your hands towards your front leg, pushing the hips down towards the earth. And then take your right foot back to meet the left, coming into a down dog. Lower down to all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. Come to a flat back. Tuck the toes, push the hips up into down dog. Walk or step to the top of the mat. And then let's squat down, coming into a ball, wrapping your arms around your legs. And then come into a seated position with your legs out in front of you. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, reaching for your shins, ankles, feet, wherever you're at. And then slowly come back up. Take your left foot to the outside of your right knee and twist, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, unwind the legs, and then exhale, take your right foot to the outside of your left knee, twist looking over your right shoulder. On every inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, twist a little further. Inhale, come back to center, and let's stretch out the arms. Take your left arm across your body, and use your right arm to push it in to add to that stretch. Shake it out and switch sides. Shake it out and let's stretch out our triceps. Reach your left arm back behind you. Use your right hand to push it down further to add to that stretch. And let's switch it out for the right side. Unwind the arms and let's lay back on our mat, keeping your knees bent, feet about hip width distance apart. Hands should be able to touch the backs of the ankles. On an inhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Try to keep a straight line from your sternum all the way to your knees. On an exhale, slowly lower down. We're going to do that same thing one more time. Inhale, push up. This time, see if you can interlace your hands underneath your body. Unwind the hands, slowly lower down. Let's pull the knees in towards the chest, rock and roll side to side. Take the feet straight up, point the toes, and then flex the feet. Point and flex, point, and then take the feet down to the mat. Take your left foot to your right thigh, interlace your fingers behind your right leg, pull in towards your body. Right leg can go wherever's comfortable for you. It can stay bent where it can get straightened out. Unwind the arms and legs, come back and switch it out. Right foot comes to the left thigh, and then pull that left leg in. Lower the legs back down to the mat, straighten them out long, inhale the arms up overhead, and inhale, reach up towards the sky, come into a forward fold. Slowly come back up and turn around, coming onto your belly. Take your left arm forward, right hand reaches back for your right foot, getting a quad stretch. Slowly lower that foot back down, and let's repeat it on the left side. And release that foot back down to the mat. Take both arms back behind you and grab for both feet. On an inhale, lift upper body and lower body. Exhale, slowly lower down, right ear to the mat, look left. Arms come out wide, out beside you, eye gaze comes forward. Inhale, upper body, lower body lifts. Slowly lower down. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, push back to child's pose. Let's add a stretch, walk the hands over to the left. And over to the right. Come back to center. Come to all fours, tuck the toes, push the hips up to a down dog. Walk the feet up to the hands, grab for opposite elbows, come into ragdoll, sway side to side. Drop the hands down to the mat, squat down to a seated position, and then roll back onto your back. Palms facing up, heels in, toes out. Stay here for 3 to 5 minutes and just let your body relax. Thank yourself for honoring your practice today and just accept where you are today. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.